I ran an advertisement for the first time ever for Timcast IRL, IRL, simply saying, if you want to watch the best show, come watch Timcast IRL Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. First thing they do, they blocked it as an election ad.
Oh no. Anyway, last week...
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Last night, I assume it was last night, during Timcast IRL, there's a 2-minute segment where it's got some people calling Tim controlled opposition. I don't know about all that. I don't agree with that. Does Tim avoid certain topics that he knows will put him in bad favor of YouTube? Yes, a lot of people do. That's why I continue to recommend that green platform. I know that it's got a long way to go, but have you tried the app lately? A lot of new features. Have you tried the site? You know, a lot of new stuff going on there. By the way, I live stream every day at 5:30 Eastern there, as well as on YouTube. The channels will be linked in the description. Today I will be live 1 hour early, though, as I will celebrate my wife's birthday with an early dinner. Tim put give a little insight into YouTube's willingness to quote unquote tolerate him, tolerate creators like him, which I would assume would include me and many others. I pulled up some data to try and support what he's saying. But first, let's take a little look at this clip.
People are like, why is Timcast IRL still out on YouTube? I'm like, pressure release. There's a reason why they silo us to a certain degree, and that we don't gain as much subscribers despite the massive audience. So let me give you a breakdown real quick.
Before it goes into that, he's 100% right. Creators like Tim and myself, we are siloed. If you are watching my channel right now, wherever you're watching it, you haven't yet subscribed, please do. If it makes you create an account, I know you got a junk email address you can use. Please subscribe or follow the channels that you like on the platforms that you watch, because it's almost impossible to reach new audiences. You know, my channel gains a couple hundred subscribers a day, which is very, very small given at some point or another, 1.5 million people along the lines have said, hey, we want to watch his content. You know, certainly people's tastes change, or I, make people mad. Maybe I criticize Daily Wire, or I criticize a content creator that they like. Maybe I'm just dead wrong about something. It's not like people don't tune out. But if you look at, for example, Timcast IRL, it mirrors most of his channels. He averages about 10,000 new subscribers a month, but he does have several peaks here and there. And then at some point he lost 10,000. I'm not sure what was going on in January, he gained 40,000. So, I mean, his channel is relatively steady in growth. The views, however, are good, very good, 25, 30 million a month, but it isn't exactly the hockey stick he might want. If you look at another channel, for example, that I would say is siloed, you could look at Matt Walsh. Okay, this is a guy that is very similar to my channel. All right, he gets 14.4 million views a month. If I pull up myself, I'm probably right around there, I would imagine. I get 14.4, literally the same, okay? You can see my channel went 3 months without gaining more than 10,000 subscribers. Then it popped 10,000 February, and then in March it gained 0, which isn't necessarily true because I'm very close to the next 10,000. I'm like 500 away, so it'll be 10,000 there. Obviously, you go back and you look at 2022 during the height of the push to 1 million subscribers, the height of the Last of Us nonsense, the Bud Light stuff earlier this year. It's all cyclical, okay? But even for my channel, views have been steadily climbing. January 16.5, 17 million in February, 20.2 million in March. April, I'm not exactly sure what it's going to shake out to be. But this is a channel that 20 million views a month without shorts for the most part, and still does not gain really much of anything. Now we can look at Ben Shapiro. This is a guy that embraces shorts bigly. He gets nearly 200 million views a month, which are by far from shorts, okay? If you look at his long form video content, he's an anomaly. He rarely breaks 100,000 views on his videos, okay? Well, this one's got 250. It's about Andrew Tate. But here's 86,000. Here's one just 30,000 views, 100,000, 250. Okay. I mean, it's not like he gets nothing, but his views actually on long form video content is pretty similar to everyone else in the space. Myself, Tim obviously has 3 channels, 2 of which are maintained heavily. I've got my channel. I've got Quartercast, which is just for live streaming. But the numbers, okay, show relative stagnation. Ben Shapiro does very, very good because of his shorts. Because short form videos, are not siloed in the same manner. You see many of his shorts, 500,000, 700,000, 400,000, 300,000. You know, here's 1 million views. Very, very often, here's 1.9 million views. He's got that short formula absolutely down, 1.1 million views. He's just absolutely killing it in shorts. But these people are not translating to watch his long form content. Shorts are one of the few areas that are actually not siloed currently, but will be almost certainly. That's why I've kind of backed off on doing them, because they don't seem to convert to people that want to watch my live streams, which are every day at 5:30 Eastern, or want to watch my long form content. And you don't make any money from shorts whatsoever. So there's no reason to invest time and monetary investment into it for the most part.
The general idea is pressure release. A show like Timcast IRL is anti-establishment enough, but not super off the rails. So the people who are frustrated with the system feel like they still have a voice. They can watch a show that speaks to them, and they don't feel like the end is nigh. They ban a show like that, and people feel lost, and then people start acting out crazy. So it's just enough that the steam is going coming out and doesn't blow up. I ran an advertisement for the.
Now before he'll bring the receipts here that are very interesting. I don't agree with that part of it. I don't think someone at YouTube is like, we'll allow this channel to grow just a little bit so that people don't go crazy in the streets. I think what's a bigger deal is that YouTube sees large anti-establishment, anti-narrative shows going to other platforms. Dan Bongino, 100,000 daily live viewers on his show. Sometimes it's 200,000. Crowder's got 40, 50, 60,000 almost consistently. Russell Brand, 10, 20, 30,000 consistently on Rumble. So I think that for the most part, and I know that if Tim went to Rumble, he would have 50,000 concurrents. Now, Rumble monetization needs more advertisers. It would be stupid of him to just leave, okay, financially. But, co-streaming is a thing. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, a lot of people say like, oh, there's no playlist, there's no watch later. A lot of the complaints that I get about the app are fixed. You can see watch later, you can see, history, you can see you can make playlists, all this kind of stuff. And it doesn't censor people. So, if you, and by the way, Tim's on here too. He's got 500,000 subscribers on this platform. It's nuts. He's huge. And he does upload his videos here. He just doesn't do his lives here. So I don't know about somebody at YouTube being like the pressure valve. That seems a little, I don't know. I can't prove that.
First time ever for Timcast IRL. IRL simply saying, if you want to watch the best show, come watch Timcast IRL Monday to Friday, 8 p.m.
He's talking about running an ad. He tried to run an ad, which I've considered doing too, because my growth on the quartering has stagnated, and I've considered running, ads. I used to run coffee ads on YouTube, but now it's just like, I don't want to give Google money.
First thing they do, they blocked it as an election ad. I appealed this. They said no. I appealed it again. They said no. I escalated it to chat, and the chat person said at Google Ads, you're right. Nothing in this has anything to do with elections. We'll get back to you next week. Next week, they get back and they say, you know what? You are right. This has nothing to do with elections. So we're going to allow the ad. 2 days later, they deleted the 2 episodes that were featured in the commercial, the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and the
I saw you post about
and the Michael Mal's Alex Jones.
Yeah. Wow.
The 2 biggest episodes got deleted right after.
This is not a coincidence, obviously, right? Again, I want to point out, I've embraced all new tech. The second there's an option, I will continue to do it. If there's any new options out there, I will continue to always support that too. Just because I'm a Rumble guy now, I mean, I always was before I ever had my daily live stream there. But you don't want to just leave these platforms. I think Tim is doing the correct thing and pointing it out. But I hope that more viewers will consider, getting that Rumble app on their phone and just, as an act of solidarity, and then follow some of your favorite creators. And, they've been very responsive about people have features that they want or this, that, things of that nature. They're always adding new stuff to the app. So I think if it's been a while since you used it, try updating it, try again. Also, you can always email me, any complaints you might have, and I'll try to pass them on because they usually respond. The fact that he asked for them to look at an ad, I think this was basically YouTube being like, hey man, stay in your silo, buddy. We let you be a millionaire. You better just follow the rules. And Tim does follow the rules. And you know what? I do too when I'm on this platform, when I'm on YouTube. When I'm on Rumble, it's a whole different ball game. You don't have anywhere near the same amount of rules. Yes, the Rumble discovery needs to get better, and it is getting better. Yes, the UI needs to get better, and it is getting better. But what the core feature that I want is unfiltered speech. And for the most part, Rumble and Odyssey and BitChute and even X allows for that. Now, I think X is not a great long-form VOD format. It's not for VODs. It's for on-demand stuff. But, I think that's the core of what I want. And a lot of people are always saying, YouTube this, YouTube that, blah, 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 blah. And then they won't switch to Rumble because of the minorest inconvenience or something. And obviously, I think this will change come this election season. I think Rumble's going to see a lot of growth. A new tech is going to see a lot of growth. X is going to see a lot of growth. I think that's all a good thing. But I do think it's interesting, or I think it's important that Tim points out here, hey, look, they punished me for trying to advertise my channel because that's how it looks to me.
I think the issue for them was they like the show as a pressure release valve for a lot of people who are frustrated with the system. And when I bought that ad, I shattered the bubble they were trying to keep us in. Now there's a commercial for the show, 2 of them running, that are intentionally designed to go outside of this sphere of political influence and specifically target people who normally don't watch. That's going above and beyond what they would allow for a show like this. And now they're deleting episodes. I think they don't like that we're trying to break that mold. I think that this is what they're trying to do.
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I've felt that way about my channel, and that's why I'm always like, hey, if you're still on YouTube and you're like, I don't want to leave, I don't hate you for that. All I ask is that you subscribe and you turn notifications on. It matters to creators because each person that subscribes and shares the videos increases the likelihood of being able to kind of break that bubble. I mean, did you ever notice how basically every video I upload gets a similar amount of views? Every video Tim uploads gets a similar number of views. Every video Matt Walsh uploads gets a similar number of views with very few outliers. That's because we are siloed. And that's why I push for new tech. And if you've been watching the channel for a long time, I've pushed for all new tech. I would support people watching on BitChute, Odyssey, X, whatever. Yes, I would prefer you watch on Rumble because I think it's the best option we have. But I still want people to have all their eggs in all the baskets. That's why I get so frustrated when Tim doesn't multi-stream. Because I think he would probably get 30,000, 40,000 plus live on Rumble, and he would still have 20 or 30,000 on YouTube. I mean, the guy, it's not a money thing. People keep saying it's a money thing. I mean, the guy said he's got 50,000 plus people paying $10 a month for his website. He makes millions of dollars a year just in Super Chat. That doesn't include the millions he makes in ad revenue. That doesn't include, coffee sales, merch sales, all this kind of stuff. I'm not watching this guy's wallet. I'm not watching his. I think Tim is way better than most. Like if I go to Tim Pool, he keeps his stuff up. He keeps his stuff updated. All he does is not stream his live show here, but he still uploads all his videos here. And I think, that's a lot better than a lot of my free speech peers who always have a million excuses as to why they don't. So yes, I wish he would live stream here too, but he's doing more than most would. And most do, there are. I don't want to name a bunch of names, but you know who I'm talking about. Anybody who's ever complained about their videos getting suspended or suppressed or this, that, or the other thing on YouTube, and you can open their Rumble channel and they're not uploading there, or they're not uploading to BitChute or X or whatever. Well, then they don't really care, do they? It's not a money thing when you're a creator with 1 million subscribers. You make enough money off YouTube, you can take a little haircut and support free speech. And I think Tim does a good job of that. He obviously has a big audience here. His clips on this show on Rumble get 30,000 views. That's not even his main channel. His main channel probably does even better. Now, I get it. Like the VODs that I upload to Rumble, they don't make really any money. Yet. But now that they have the Rumble advertising system in place, people are buying ads. Obviously, advertisers will come to Rumble. That's for sure. And so hopefully, that will incentivize more people, because you can see he's getting 40, 50,000 views per video on Rumble. It's not like people aren't there. And all of his, he's got 400,000 followers. All I do is shill for Rumble, and he's got twice as many followers as me. So people are here. So download the Rumble app, follow your favorite creators, give it a chance. Also, if you're just like, hey, Rumble's not there yet, I'm going to stay on YouTube, that's cool. Just make sure you follow them. It'll be interesting to see if YouTube responds with any more bannings. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let me know what features you'd like to see in new tech that would make you finally make the switch, and we'll talk to you again real soon.